This is Boots, aka Mr. Gold, and today I am taking apart my GOLDCube. Guys, look, I love the GOLDCube. It's been an okay piece of equipment for me. I've heard all their good reviews, but you know what? I hate the prep for all of this. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking the old mats out, guys, and I'm going to install dream mats. That's right. Dream mats are going to be installed. I'm starting to rip it up. You can kind of see what's happening here. I already cut my finger, but you know, that's all part of the process. So be careful. And if you have this goo gone, and it's actually working pretty good. So I'm gonna keep on scraping it down. I just have a little scraper, and let's see what it looks like here in a bit. I don't really have a good answer of when when you feel like these are cleaned up and ready to go to put on your dream mats. What I do know is that you want the surfaces to be as flat as possible. You want as much of the glue off as possible. So I have everything pretty much set up. I just got to lay out the dream mats. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure which direction I'm going to go, because I have 2 Cape Ds, 1 mini, and 1 micro. So what my thoughts are is I'm going to leave these really loose. I do have the clamps to put in, but I'm going to run it, and I'm going to probably put the mini in first, then the micro, and then the Cape D, and just see what works best. So I put the dream mats in, and here I kind of left them loose. And what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to cut down some wood and just place it right in here. And I just want to test out all these mats. So I'm not laying anything down. The clamps are pretty tight. Those are going to work great. But I still got to level everything out. And guys, I mean, why do all this work if like this mat doesn't work quite the way I want, and I want to change out the other mats? I have my GOLDCube working. If you look, it is a nice flow on both sides. There's not one leaning to the left and one leaning to the right. If I look down here, I have a pretty decent V when you kind of look at it. I'll see what builds up in the GOLDCube when I start to put pay dirt in. Well, guys, I have about almost an ounce of pay dirt that I'm going to put through. And if you can imagine, this is a test run, so I'm not throwing this pay dirt away. I'm going to make sure every piece of gold is taken out of this pay dirt. I got a lot of good pay dirt. 1,100 horsepower. I did buy another bilge pump that is 2,000. I'm just waiting on it. Notice my pump was running a little slow, and guess what? The battery's dead. So I let this sucker charge. But hey, no worries at all. I've got pay dirt that's loaded with pickers. This is 1/16 inch screen. I'm just gonna screen it all down. My first fat piece of gold. Nice chunky right there. I got some nice chunkies in this pay dirt. One is easily over a gram right there. That one right there. That one's probably a gram. That one's probably a gram. But you know, what I'm hoping is that I missed a ton in this bigger rock right here, bigger pay dirt. And underneath, I did get about a third of a bucket. That's what I'm actually going to run the GOLDCube through the GOLDCube, and I'm really excited about that because I think it's just going to be loaded with about, I don't know, 20 grams worth of gold. So we're going to see. All right, guys, that's pretty cool because I'm finding my first, in one scoop, I'm finding a nice piece of gold. There's a flake right there, not big, but I mean, you know, there's a few there too. This is really neat because this thing is catching gold, so I love it. So I'm going to be really honest with you. I've never really used this thing, and holy cow, I mean, it's just loaded. It's everywhere. And I knew this. I knew I had pay dirt in there. And I knew I had gold. But like, just to see it on a mat is so freaking cool. I have not cleaned this up, but it's pretty cool. So this is the mini. This is the very first one. And it caught almost all the gold. This is the second one. And that was the micro, and then this is the D, and you know, it definitely caught a few, but not much. And this is what I found so far. I still have a ton of gold to clean up, but again, this is all prepackaged gold. I knew what I had in here, but I'm using this just to find and make sure that the method of my gold collection is working properly. Here's my water. Here's the deal. I want to see what is in here. I want to see whether these mats caught everything or almost everything. This is the second time running through all the pay dirt through the gold, the dream mats and through my GOLDCube. And if you look, I mean, guys, like I'm not seeing a ton of gold. But what I have noticed, and actually I am seeing some gold. So there's a nice piece of chunky right there. But what I noticed is what you really want to do is you want to clean up these mats one at a time. This is the micro mat. There's not a ton of black sand in this one. And if you can tell, there's not a lot of gold either. This is mat number 2. As you can notice, there's a lot more black sand. But here's the beauty, guys. I don't know that I see any gold. All right, so this is the final way out of using the GOLDCube to catch gold. Bottom line, guys, it does catch gold. Recovery wise, I think I got most of it. I'm gonna probably run all that pay dirt again, but it got gold, 24.2 grams of gold. So very happy with that amount of gold from that pay dirt. It's actually a little bit more than what I thought I had. So very happy.